Hello, good evening, everyone.
Hello.
So thank you everybody for tuning in, and welcome to our first live challenge announcement. So this is the first time we've done anything like this, so if anything goes really wrong, just bear with us. We'll sort it out as soon as we
Smile and
can.
wave.
So if you don't know me, I'm Steve. I usually help at Valiant Unit, but I can be randomly seen at a lot of the others from time to time as well. And we also have Jean.
Hello. I'm with Firebrand normally. Dot around, do other bits and bobs as well, but Firebrand's the young leader unit.
Cool. So if you have any questions as we go along, feel free to ask them either on the YouTube comments or in the Discord. We might not spot them straight away, but if we miss them, we'll come back to them at the end. Cool. So I think that's all the introductions done. Let's crack on. If my button works. There we go. Okay, so as you're probably aware, all face-to-face scouting is suspended at the moment because coronavirus and all that, and social distancing. So we're doing virtual explorers instead. And we're going to call that the Great Explorer Challenge 2020.
The challenge.
So we're just going to, first of all, I know we've been sending lots of emails, but we're just going to recap sort of what Virtual Explorers is going to look like. And then we'll get onto the main part of what we're doing this evening, which is setting you a challenge for this week. And just while we're here, just make sure in Online Scout Manager, we've got your correct emails, just so that you're getting everything we send to you. And make sure that's your Explorer's own emails as well as your parents. Cool. So let's crack on with what we're doing then. So first of all, obviously at the moment we don't have much face-to-face contact with people. So it's quite important to keep in touch with people through sort of virtual means and all that kind of stuff, to keep our mental health up and all that kind of stuff. So so to help with that, we have created a space for you to connect with other explorers, where you can chat at any time. That's text or voice chat, whichever you prefer. And that's a Discord server. So this is a public video, so we can't give you the link now, but if you've checked your emails, you should have had the link a few times. So do that. And I know a lot of you have joined already. So just a note, while we're using the Discord server, can we make sure we've got our real names on there? It doesn't have to be a username. On Discord, you can set a nickname, which is just specific for that server. So if you could do that, that would be awesome. And then when we know who you are, we'll add you to the Explorers role so that you turn blue and we know who you are. Cool. Oh yeah, and the other note on that is just make sure you're keeping to your Scout law and your code of conduct and all that kind of stuff when you're on there. Cool. So that's the first one. That's the Discord server. So next, we're going to produce as much stuff as we can for you to do at home. Okay, if you've got schoolwork, obviously that comes first. But in your spare time, there's lots of things you can do for badges and awards, just fun activities and that kind of stuff. Now, that's not quite ready yet, but we're working really hard on it, and we'll get it sent out to you as soon as we can. And along similar lines, we're trying to get some virtual drop-in sessions where you can talk to us about your badges and anything else. So we're trying to get some of them sorted, so you can get the badge stuff signed off. Cool. So that's the next one. And then, so yeah, we will still be doing Explorer meetings. They're just going to be virtual meetings instead of face-to-face ones. So that's obviously why we're here tonight, because we're setting the first challenge. So for the first few, we're going to go with, so on Monday, we're going to do a live challenge like this. We're going to set you a challenge to do between that Monday when we set it and Wednesday night. So there'll be a way to upload your results of whatever challenge that is. And yeah, you'll upload that sometime between Monday night and Wednesday night. And then on Thursday, we're going to have a great big video chat with explorers over something like Zoom or WebEx or whatever we can get going. And that'll be Thursdays 7 till 9. And then, yeah, we'll see how that's going. If it's not quite working, we'll switch it around. If it's going great, then we'll keep with it. Yeah, and then we'll come back to what's happening this week in just a second. But first of all, I've got one more thing to go through here, which is, yeah, Scouting is about community and giving back to our community. So lots of people are finding this harder than we are. People with medical conditions, for example, and generally people who are vulnerable. So we'd like to think about what we can do to help those people in this situation. Obviously, we need to keep that safe. We don't want to go around visiting people and then putting ourselves and them in danger. So it's going to take a while to get some ideas together. If you've got ideas, we definitely want to hear them in the Discord. There's an ideas channel for that. And then in the meantime, us leaders are going to get thinking about it as well. Cool. So I think with that said,
ooh, it's my bit.
Over to Sean.
All right then. So Steve has quite rightly said about everything we're doing, and every Monday night we'll be doing something like this. So it might not be us two, but it'll be other people. And Steve's bit that he's just done, we won't do that every week. That was just the first week, so you kind of know what's going on. But the next thing that we're doing, so we're doing the Great Explorer Challenge this week. If you saw my sneaky video last night, you might have guessed it is to do with cooking. Okay, so if Steve can put me the next slide on.
If it works, there you go.
Oh, see, technology. What we want you to do is, is you're going to cook an evening meal for your family. All right, you are the person in charge. Okay, that doesn't mean you have to do it by yourself. You can have a whole horde of family members to help, as long as they're all the ones in the house, because remember, we're distancing or isolating. So you can get them all to chip in and help with your meal, but you have got to be the leader. Okay, and so we know you've done this, you've got to film yourself doing it. Okay, so it might be a series of video clips, or you might want to put something together and stitch it all together in iMovie or Movie Maker or something like that. Up to you. Okay, we don't mind, but you need to film it, and it needs to be filmed in the style of a cook show. So maybe interviewing people, what they're doing, how are you dicing those tomatoes or things like that. Okay, or giving opinions on taste. Okay, there are a few things, a few rules, if you like, that we need you to do and follow. So next one, Steve, please. Okay, so you have to introduce yourself and the meal that you've cooked. So give us a description of what meal. Is it, amazing spaghetti bolognese or something like that? Okay, so you've got to do that. We need you to include a hand washing song. Okay, you may put a dance with it if you wish, if you're that swish, but don't worry if you're not. But hygiene is very important always, and in this time I'm tired of singing happy birthday. Okay, I need you to give me some new ideas. So we've got a hand washing song. Okay, then we've got the main event, the cooking bits, so those bits of film that I've said. Okay, at the beginning of your meal you need to make a toast. So if you're not too sure what that means, it's when you get up, you get your glass and you might You might ring it and get everybody's attention and go, I'd like to make a toast to this evening's meal. Something along like that lines, but something cool, a little bit interesting, okay? Also, any good dinner party or meal includes a bit of entertainment. So we want you to put some entertainment on for your guests. That can be whatever you want. It could be a magic trick. It could be a campfire song. It might be, you know, those bits where you have the table and you pull the tablecloth off and you leave everything on. If you can do that, hey, awesome. But we want some sort of entertainment, okay? It's not a cooking event unless you've cleaned up afterwards. Now, we know you as explorers struggle with that. It's the bit that takes the longest of any explorer meeting. But we want to film you doing some cleaning, as well as, you know, with your helpers as well. We don't expect you to do it by yourself. And last but not least, any good cooking show needs a review. So we need you to interview one of the people who had your dinner. We want to know what it was like, what could be done better next time, and what was their favorite thing about it. All right, but some sort of little review, and that's it. I say that's it, but that's quite a lot. But that is quite a good challenge. Now, you've got from now until Wednesday night at 11 p.m. It can be one big video that you submit, or it could be lots of little clips. As long as you hit all of those points that we've just said, you are good to go. All right, I hope you're excited. I'm excited about reviewing all these things. So what you'll do is you'll get it in by that Wednesday night, and then I'm going to spend Thursday going through them all and getting them ready, and you will see the results at our virtual meeting, and we will pick a winner. Just so you know, for the leaders out there watching, this challenge is for you as well, okay? I want to see your best meals, whether you're on your own or with your family. I want leaders taking part in this as well, peeps.
Cool.
So I think Steve's going to show you now, talk you through how you're going to how you can submit those bits. Is that right, Steve?
Yes. Yeah. So I guess you've all been on Online Scout Manager. That's how we do events and things. But there's a bit of a new feature on there which they've just brought out really, really quickly, actually, where you can send us videos of stuff you've done, and well, not just videos, any kinds of files of stuff you've done, and then that can we might get around to using it for badges as well, but we're certainly going to use it for these challenges. So just to show you what that's going to look like, if we go onto OSM, you'll see on the left you've got the part where you can select the section. So that'll be whichever Explorer unit you are. If you're part of more than one, then select one of them. And then after you've done that, it'll pop open. You click on badges, and then that will get you to a screen like this. And then you're looking for the Great Explorer Cook-Off. I mean, next week that might be something different. In fact, it will be something different. But this week we're looking for the Great Explorer Cook-Off. So we click that, we get a pop-up, and then on the bottom right of that, there's a link to submit stuff online. So once you click that, you go through to this screen, and on this screen you can upload a file that pops open a file chooser. So you select that, and then once you've submitted something, you get this box to say that you've that you can tick to say that you've done that. Hopefully that's making sense.
Can I just add, I'm seeing the live comments go past here, and whoever just said, can I just order a pizza? No, it's called a cook-off, not an order-off.
Okay. Yeah, and then I think we've already talked about when it is. It's Thursday, 7 o'clock, and then we're going to get the links for that out as soon as we've got them.
Yeah, we're still, the reason why you can't have them just yet is we're still working quite hard to get that done. So Steve and I and the other Explorer leaders are all working together to see what the best option is. So we will send it to you as soon as possible.
Cool. And then on to any questions.
Now, looking at some of the comments, we're not talking about toilet roll. Is there any serious comments that you want on here? Let's have a look through. Rob, we're not doing an order off next week either. I might cook my meal using only a lighter. Okay. Some interesting ones. Post any other serious ones you've got right now. But this video is live now, but we will be sending it out to everybody, and we'll be emailing a link to it. We have already, and it'll go on our Facebook, Discord, and Instagram page. Follow us on one of them. We tend to post the same things on all of them to catch you all. Yeah, that's it really. Just don't worry about making sure it's all edited. We can do that, and we will show you. It'll come to us, and then we'll put it in our video chat and show you what we've done. We might use some of them as publicity and show off to your family and friends what we've done, because we think that's important as well, because as Steve was saying right at the beginning, it's really good to keep this connection going. We might not be able to go and visit people, but this is an awesome way of showing what we're up to, and show that we are British, or just people, and we don't give up.
Yeah. And then Jack, you asked, can it be funny and very not good food? Oh, I can click this button. No, that button. Cool. So yes, definitely funny is good. Try and make it as good food as you can, though. Yeah,
try and be good. I like that. If you go to the comment up, Steve.
That one.
Yeah, no, you can't buy a ready meal. We want something from scratch. We want you to see something you've cooked and that you're enjoying as a group. So no ready meals, okay? Let's see. Meetings like this should be held weekly. Well, if they go well, why not? You telling me I have to make a YouTube video? No, nobody's making any YouTube videos unless you want to, and you want to document your time during this, no face-to-face going. All you need to do is send us the video. So you don't have to go out and do that. So don't worry if you're like, oh my goodness me, I don't know how to do. Somebody else says, how do we remember what we include? We'll post that for you.
Yeah.
How long is it meant to be? There's no minimum or maximum. As long as you cover those points that we've said, we will, that in my eyes, I'll be happy with that. You've given it a go.
Yeah. And then Max, so you sent it by Online Scout Manager. We covered that a second ago. So if you missed that, you can go back and take another look at that part of the video. If you've got any questions, you can ask us by email as well.
Yeah. Scoutadelic, you should do it and make it a YouTube video. There you go. Scoutadelic, that's your challenge that our explorers have set at you. You should do this and post it as one of your videos. And then if you send it to me, I will critique it for you if that helps. What else?
I think that's all the questions.
I think that's it.
I'll just check on the Discord. So there's one on Discord. What if you have no ingredients?
Well, we've tried to pick a challenge that hopefully you're all having an evening meal already. So you don't need to plan it from scratch. It could be something that your family had planned to have that evening. You're just going to lead the cooking of it. So we're not asking you to go out and put yourself in any danger. You should just be doing what you're doing already. So if you haven't got enough ingredients to have food for the evening, and that is an issue, get in touch and we can see what we can do.
Cool.
Okay.
That's not a very good show from Scoutadelic.
I think you're passing. We're disappointed in you. Okay, Scoutadelic. Oggy would be ashamed. My golden hedgehog is not happy with you either. Okay. I'm going to get lots of abuse after this. I've got this feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's all the comments I've seen. So if you do have any others, you can always ask us in the Discord. And if you can't get to that, email us. And if you don't know what our email address is, talk to us on Facebook or send us a message on here or something. Yeah.
So if you use Instagram, you can follow us on there and send direct messages. I'm around a lot at the moment, so I will pick up messages fairly quickly. Sorry, I've just seen the comments. Mike, if you release any footage of me without me seeing it first, I'm going to be upset. But yeah, so we just get in touch. You can message us on Instagram. If you use Facebook, don't worry if you don't. But if you do, we've got a closed group for explorers, which is a bit more private than Page. But you can manage the page, message the page as well. One of us will pick it up.
Cool.
I think that's it. Unless there's anything else, guys. Keep safe. Enjoy your challenge. We are really looking forward to seeing them. Okay, so try your best and just be awesome.
Cool.
Is that everything for
on
you?
that note,
yeah. All right,
guys.
bye, guys.
See you Thursday.